Hey, welcome to the world of teeny tinies. I keep wanting to say teeny weenies, but that would be a totally different situation, like hot dogs. This is the teeny sweet shop, not sweat shop. There are 20 different teeny pieces involved. There's the cake, the snow cone, the gelato, the hard serve ice cream. There is the 2 ice cream sandwiches, which I personally like, but I think it's talking about these are 2 different ones. That's actually a ice cream cookie, which I do like, but they're way more expensive. There's also a scoop for your hard serve ice cream. There's ice cream sundae involved. 2 ice pops, which are not technically ice pops. I think the person who made this doesn't know what they're, and that's likely. I mean, they sometimes translations mess up. There's a frappe, there's cotton candy, and then there's a soft serve twist. Now, if you ever had the Barbie McDonald's playset, or there was another set of little things back in the 90s, and there was a machine, and you put it underneath the machine, and it dropped it down in there. And there are 6 gelato inserts for your gelato display. So let's take a look at these. The gelato display, ironically, does not come with a glass top, which was very disappointing to see that. And it makes me wonder if I didn't pop it out, but I did. I popped out everything. So one of the things I think that they could probably improve on is to put a glass display, which is going to be a translucent plastic. All right, so the gelatos, they're actually completely solid, and they're kind of vinyl-y. This does not feel like hard plastic, and it does not feel hollow. I would imagine they were just going to, put this and you just put them on top right there is what I was imagining they would do. So I guess you could put it in any configuration you want to. I don't know what the difference is gelato and normal ice cream is. Maybe it's just another word for ice cream. Let me know in the comments. Interesting, the vanilla has actual, the vanilla thing going on. And there's different levels of scooping that have already been done in these. This is my least favorite. I can tell because I can tell it's mint chocolate chip. This looks like banana pudding or something with banana. This looks like something cappuccino maybe. This looks like Tutti Frutti, which I'm not a big fan of. And this is clearly banana. I would guess orange sherbet, but again, don't know. All right, so you got this, and you can put the scoop in there like you've been scooping it. Now the scoop, we're looking at this and trying to figure out like what scale do these go with, because so far they've been all over the place with scales. Oh, look, there's a place over here to put your scoop when you're done. There should be a little water thing so you can like dip it in water, but I guess you just use fresh water every time. And the indentions are actually the same as the scoop. So you put it over here when you're done scooping for the ice cream. On the side, you can see where it's actually going up to a certain level. Now, these pieces are way too small for most things. So let's bring in some characters to see. You think it's for his scale? It's kind of small for his scale if I'm thinking of the way I'm thinking of this stuff. Of course, then again, maybe this is made in another country and they don't know what American standards are. I think Arthur would have a good time with this ice cream. So this is about 1/18 scale, but on the smaller side. And plus that cone, he can hold it barely. I don't have anybody with a smaller hand, so I don't know right off the top of my head. Okay, so this is the ice pop is what they call it. I think it looks fine on him. I also brought along a bigger character, and he could, it actually kind of looks good for him. I mean, the stick's too small for his hand. But when you think about how you had to put it in your mouth and stuff, this could be more for 6-inch scale. Unless you have a big mouth, like this guy. But as far as the actual stick that you hold onto, I mean, it's just, most of the time my action figures are made to hold guns. Now this one has a bigger, holding thing, and it does look like it's too big for him. It looks like it's fine for him, and can he hold it? Yeah, he can. So that's a pretty good idea right there. All right, so let's see if these guys can hold it. He's got a fixed hand, so he's not gonna be able to hold anything really. I don't have anybody else ready to go. I do have a much bigger figure over here, but he is way too big for these. He's about 6 inches. And would he hold it? He could, but I don't think it's gonna fit him. That would be like the baby-sized pot for him. Let's see, the cookie, it could go for him. And that scale. The cookie does look like it's really big for these guys. Is the cookie good for him? I did it all for the cookie. He could be a cookie monster. He's blue and furry. And he could be eating that cookie. That's about right for him. All right, so this one right here, it looks like a firework, really. It looks more like a firework because that stick is not sticking. It looks more like a wick on a firework. So this is more for his scale. Like, these scales are all over the place. Of course, I've never had one of these, but I'm guessing it's like a push-up pop, sort of. This I have all the time, so I can tell you. Let me see, if his hand was all the way out, this would be way too big for him. If his hand was all the way out, this could be just right for, no, I could put the whole thing in my mouth. So we were looking at probably, this is more of a 6-inch scale right here. Buzz Lightyear to eat ice cream and beyond. He's going to go to Pluto to get some really cold stuff. All right, and then we have cake. All right, the cake's got a strawberry, but it's not painted all the way over, so it's not really well painted unless you're imagining that they dipped the strawberry in frosting or, you know, chocolate first. But it does look pretty good overall. Here's a, what do they call it? A frappe. I say this is definitely not a sundae. The straw is not painted the same way it's supposed to be painted on the package. It's not a striped straw. It looks like a chocolate Swizzler stuck down in there. Then we have what they call a snow cone, and it does look like a snow cone pretty much. So I think probably the best scale is for these guys, since they're a little bit more chunky in the 4-inch scale. Or these could go for 6-inch or even 5-inch like him. Yeah, there we go. That's just right. All right, so we got the sundae. So they do seem to lack some painting on these things. It's like they spray from the top and then they just kind of die out. And some of the spray gets on the other ones, like there's brown on this side. And this is a very gummy, like they pick weird materials. Like, I wonder if I can bounce it. It's very like a rubber ball feeling. So the choice of materials is questionable. I would have made the ice cream out of this material and just put it into a hard plastic bowl. I mean, you know, we're paying $5 for this. I feel like that's plenty you can do that with. All right. I mean, the stuff I get from the Dollar Tree, I think it's a little bit better on most of this stuff. All right, we got this one right here, which is a gelato, it says. So is gelato like some kind of brand name or something? Because I feel like it's some kind of special kind of ice cream, but I don't know. I think I saw it one time at a gas station when I was driving. All right, so one more thing. This is supposedly, this is their soft serve. It looks nothing like a soft serve. It looks like it's made out of cone all the way up and it's just sprinkled with some chocolate. And then here's their hard serve ice cream, which won't be able to fit in his hand, but this can probably fit in his hand. So it just depends on how big your figures. And you remember, you're not really looking at their bodies because like their hands can sometimes hold and sometimes they can't. You gotta look at how big their mouth is and imagine your mouth going on something that size. So I think he looks good with both of these. And I think Arthur might look good with the pop, you know, the cotton candy. Now, as far as serving this stuff, I would probably like imagine that this is not on the ground like this. Like, you know, somebody, I mean, you could have him serving it like this because it's about that. I'd imagine there's actually, this is something you're going to put on a shelf, like something on the bottom right here to recess it. And then I'd imagine some kind of like glass container to keep the flies out. So, oh well. So almost so close, teeny tinies. You're getting closer to what we're looking for in some of these collectibles. All right, well, y'all have a very chill day. And I know it's hard to look at ice cream now that it's starting to get freezing cold. I woke up to 65 freezing degrees outside today. And I'm really cold. So looking at this ice cream is making me feel a little bit colder. But y'all have a wonderful day today. And I'll thank you guys for stepping by and checking out some teeny tinies with me.